Hey guys, I am Pixel Dan, and this is Zoo Jitsu. It's a proposed new line of 6-inch action figures from Icon Heroes. Now, this is currently live on Kickstarter, but as of the time I'm filming this video, there's just over a day left, and it's not looking like it's going to fund. Icon Heroes was nice enough to offer to send over these prototype early production figures. So these are not final. They're like early production figures that I'll be sending back after I shoot this video. And they are aware. And in fact, when they sent these over, they were pretty confident that the Kickstarter was not going to fund, but they are exploring other avenues to still release this toy line. So hopefully we'll get some more news on that. I did think this was a good opportunity to take a look at these, and maybe getting a good look at them hands-on here will give us a good idea of what Icon Heroes is hoping to accomplish. So as you can see, it's a line of martial arts, anthropomorphic cat people. We've got a tiger, a jaguar, a panther, and a cheetah. And the figures are sculpted by the talented folks over at 4 Horsemen Toy Design. And I want to look at the scale and everything and compare these to some of those other lines that are out there as well. So you can see that the figures, they're billed at being 6 inches, but they stand like right at 6.5 inches tall. A little over 6 inches, between 6 and 6.5 inches tall. So to give you guys an idea of scale, here he is standing alongside some other indie toy lines out there like Mythic Legions. It's another 4 Horsemen sculpted cat person over here. And then over here we've got Animal Warriors of the Kingdom from Spiro Toys. Both of those are much more in that 7-inch scale almost. So you can see these guys are a bit shorter and just a bit smaller stature-wise in scale. Here's a few other figures at different scales. Crystar from Marvel Legends. It does look like he's pretty similar in size to the Marvel Legends figures there. And then, of course, we've got a Super 7 Ultimates figure over here as well. The turtles being a bit shorter, but a lot bulkier. So why don't we go ahead and look at articulation on these figures here so that you would know what to expect. That head is on a ball joint, so we can remove the head. You can see the ball joint underneath that there. There are interchangeable heads as well, which I'll show you in just a bit. So you can see the shoulders there will go outwards. They got forwards, backwards movement, swivels at the bicep, double joints at the elbow, swivel at the wrist, and a hinge at the wrist. You can see we've got a joint. Oop, these are prototypes, so those heads are not quite fitting on the ball joints all the way. In theory, these would work a lot better for production figures. So we've got like a hinge joint up here in the midsection. So look at that. You can like got that crunching forwards and backwards there. And then you got the swivel there at the waist. We've got those hinge joints at the thighs underneath. They can go outwards, forwards, backwards, swivel at the thigh cut, double joints at the knees. And then you can see the feet are articulated down here. So there's no boot cut or anything like that. And it looks like it's like the peg that plugs into the foot up here. So you do have some movement with the foot forwards and backwards. You got toe articulation. You can also rock side to side. So there's a decent amount of articulation here. You can actually get some nice poses, which is good, of course, since these are martial arts figures. You would want to be able to get some good martial arts poses. The tails here, you can see they just swivel side to side, and they're all in this J curl. So these are stiff, rigid plastic here. That's the only articulation you're going to get out of those. But these do pose pretty nice. You can get some cool little fighting stances out of these guys here. And to help you with the different stances, each figure does come with a whole bunch of different hands here. So you can see we've got these open hands that I've got on the figure right now, like with his fingers spread and his claws out. We've got more relaxed hands. We've got some that are like slightly in a gripping pose, and then you've got closed fists. So this way, if you want to, you could swap those out just by pulling the peg out of the socket, and then you can put close fists in if you want to do that to change up your poses for the figures. And each of these guys do come with interchangeable heads. The more kind of relaxed heads, like the standard looks on the figures. The cheetah, he's the jaguar over here. He does kind of like an open mouth. But you have these much more fierce head sculpts that you can swap on instead. So I love the expressions on these. I think they are filled with energy. Like, I love that. And of course, swapping the head out is as easy as pulling the heads off the ball joint, like you saw when we were looking at the articulation there, and pop the new one on. So now we've got just this much more fierce look for our characters. Got those fierce heads on all of our warriors here. We got some cool martial arts style poses out of them. They balance really well. These are actually a lot of fun. So if you're into your anthropomorphic karate guys, your ninja guys, your martial arts, whatever you want to call it here, these are pretty fun. Now, like I said, if you do want to check it out, this is live on Kickstarter right now. That way you can get the full details on what this line is proposing. But like I said, at the time of filming this, we're just over a day left. It's likely not going to meet its funding goal, but that doesn't mean that this line is dead, because when Icon Heroes asked me if I wanted to take a look at these, they did say that they were already exploring how to release these outside of a Kickstarter setting. So if you aren't already, follow Icon Heroes on social media. That way you can keep an eye out for Zoo Jitsu if this is a line that you're interested in. Shout out to Icon Heroes for letting me get hands-on with these and shoot these and take some pictures. Always fun to take a look at some of this stuff. I didn't even show this. Look at the logos on the back of their geese there, the claws outfit. That's on the back of all of them. Those are pretty cool. So again, these are early prototypes that I will be sending back. So I do appreciate them allowing me to borrow these so we can get some shots of them here on the video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. And until next time, my friends.